नमस्कार प्यारे विद्यार्थियों, मैं हूं अरविंद सिंह पेमावत, हेड ऑफ करियर डेवलपमेंट एंड कॉर्पोरेट रिलेशंस गीतांजलि ग्रुप उदयपुर। जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं, वी ऑलवेज कम अप विद द न्यू टॉपिक रिलेटेड टू द career development, employability enhancement and skill development of the student. So in the same series today we have among us one of the special guests of us, Vinod Birla sir. He is a vice president with V2 Solutions Incorporation, one of the topmost IT MNC, and he has a great expertise in the field of technological area, in the field of administrative area. So he has the bunch of experience and the exposure related to all the specializations. So sir, welcome sir on our portal, and we are privileged that we are associated with you from a very long time, but this is something new that students are going to get guidance from you, sir.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much, Arvind sir, for inviting, for this new initiative. Definitely, we got associate from last almost 4 years.
Yeah.
And life has changed a lot in last 4 years, especially those last 2 years, right? So we were meeting in person and we are meeting virtually, right? So we learned a lot. And my learning in this industry started 20 years back when I started, first, actually I was in, like computer teacher myself, and then from academic moved to the industry and kind of into the software development, and now leading the Salesforce team at V2 Solutions. V2 Solutions started its journey almost 2 decades before. Our head office is in US, California. We have 3 offices in US. We have 4 centers in India. We have center in Udaipur as well. And I would like to kind of highlight and mention that setting up the Udaipur Center, there was a significantly visible contribution from your college and the students from your college. So thanks for that.
Definitely, sir. We are also privileged that V2 Solution is one of the topmost and the highest prioritized partner of Gitanjali for the campus recruitment and as well as for the training. And our students are also doing great job, and they are definitely contributing to the growth of the V2 Solutions. So we just wanted to know that what is something new are coming up in the field of technology. If we talk about IT field, that student has to pursue so that they can make their career better and they can be definitely a good IT professionals.
That's definitely a very relevant and a good question, right? And as I mentioned, like last 2 years, we have learned a lot, right? Things has changed a lot. So that's where the technology spectrum is going to change. We're seeing a drastic kind of, demand in overall software industry, because everybody is investing into, IT infrastructure. They want to ensure that everything is automated, and COVID or no COVID, but such situations are kind of not impacting, to their businesses. But with these changes, I think there's a lot of new things kind of emerge, right? So, and I'm sure you guys are hearing, a lot of things in terms of like different countries are trying to kind of, pull the data from your systems, right? So there's a cybersecurity, data privacy. It's going to be altogether different level, right? All the World War news, what we are hearing with that, the next level of war is going to be more towards, how you are capturing the data, right? So the cybersecurity is going to be a very significantly differently, kind of looked into. A couple of years back, we were kind of hearing more about AI and ML, right? Artificial intelligence, machine learning. But now it's in upcoming time, it's going to take it to the next level. We'll take a data from one platform, emerge, with other platform, and kind of trying to sort of mix those and build something innovative, ideas, information, and business decisions around that. So that's going to be the second, I feel, is big thing in upcoming time. Yeah. In terms of how you are doing data fabrication. Definitely the cloud technology is still going to pick up. It's very much, cloud technology, not just people are using what is out of the box available. Now people are building even the application on the cloud technology, so that infrastructure is scalable. You don't have dependency. You don't have, need to maintain your own infrastructure. And the other thing is, I would say hyper automation, which is, you heard a lot, maybe RPA and other technology where people are kind of trying to, ensure that your business processes are automated. There's a less and less dependency on the human beings. So those are the key technology in terms of upcoming. One other thing which I want to kind of highlight, with this change of time, there is a new concept of a distributed enterprise. When I say distributed enterprise, that means people are not just sitting in one office now, right? They are like, even if they have offices, they have a multiple different locations, and it's not just the big enterprise. Even the small enterprise will have the like multiple offices. People are working from home, and with that, in terms of on the networking side as well, how you can manage efficiently the distributed enterprise, that would be another area, which is maybe not the core software per se, but yeah, the networking is going to be, another new thing which will kind of teach. And we are meeting on this, virtual meeting, right? We never used it as much as we are using in last 2 years.
So definitely, sir, but whatever inputs you have given about the latest technologies which are emerging, and it is going to help any IT professionals. If somebody want to grow in that area, if they are focusing on these kind of technology, definitely they are going to get benefited. So normally in V2 solutions, or you are also at a very senior level position, so you hired many candidates and you go for the recruitment, also campus recruitment. When you came to our institute also, you have taken the interviews. So what you think that what kind of capability any normal engineering graduate student must have, right? Or what kind of learnings they have to possess in themselves, so that when they are coming for the final year, so they will be through with these kind of skills, and they can easily become part of these kind of IT giants like V2 Solutions and many more.
Young talent in colleges, right? Primary vote, it does not matter how much you know, right? But what matters is how much desire you have to learn. So how much learnability you have, as well as how logical you are. I would say the self-learning, learnability, and desire to know more. These are the 3 key things for anybody to important, be successful in this industry. And that's what most of the organization, when they come and talk to a young talent, they look for. We know that you have hired some of our mechanical and other branches students also. So other branches students are also looking for this kind of IT opportunity. So do you feel that these other branches students have to get some extra knowledge about the IT field, or if they have a good programming skills, if they have basic knowledge about computer, it is more than enough to get these kind of good IT jobs? So I would say, to be honest, to a greater extent, it does not matter, from which specific branch you did specialization. That's first, right? What is most important, as I mentioned, what is that you want to build your career, right? Now, if you think that I want to build my career in computers, but you are in the mechanical branch, right? And if we see that you have invested an effort to learn the programming on your own, or doing some additional courses, that itself kind of satisfied to the first need, where it was like self-learning, right? That means in spite of being in a mechanical branch or a civil branch, you have invested the effort what you want to be, right? That itself says that in your career, right, when you join into the software industry, because the technology is going to change so fast and so rapidly, right? So even if you know maybe Java or database, what you have learned as a part of your engineering, if you are going in the computer science especially, it's going to drastically change by the time you go out, you complete next 5 years in this industry. So I would say, if irrespective of what branch you are in, if you are really committed to yourself that you want to build your career in IT and the computer industry, you should not hold back and feel that, hey, I can't do it because my branch is not computer and I have no opportunity. There's ample of opportunity for you. It's just that you have to invest the effort to grab that opportunity. And the best way of grabbing that opportunity is take a self-charge. Don't depend on, your college only, and go read, do courses. There is so much, available right now. And trust me, even like if you are going for a platform like Salesforce, you don't even need to pay, right? So it's not that you have extra burden of, financial and which needs to push on your parents or somebody else. There's so much ample of knowledge, ample of opportunity available to learn. So grab the knowledge, demonstrate that knowledge to the people like us, and trust me, you will not just be successful, but you are going to be, make a mark for yourself, in the same friends where you are like, people is coming from the computer branch and they are excited that we are in computer branch and we'll get the easy placement and not the civil one, right? So
right. Everyone
just do a self
has the capabilities, and if they are definitely working on that.
Absolutely, yes. And on record, obviously, it, and I kind of want to put it, on record over here as well, that we have added people from your college, which is non-computer branch, and not just even electronics, outside electronics, outside computer branch.
Definitely.
And they are extremely successful people.
Right.
In our team, they are doing like phenomenally, extremely good.
Right. So it does not matter at all, because that is the guidance and the advice to all the audience who is viewing it. It is not matter at all that from which branches you are. If you have a keen desire towards programming, coding, and these kind of IT field, you can easily do it. And it is all about learning how you learn it and how you prepare for it. So any kind of suggestions, sir, for the student, that if somebody want to start their journey of IT field, so what kind of portals or the platform they have to use to get some kind of basic stuffs, or any inputs if you want to give to the students, so that they can easily get awareness that how they can start. Because as a student, no doubt faculty is guiding them, but many technologies are there in the market which nowhere it is being studied in the institutions, but it is available. So how they can start, and what kind of portals are there to help them?
So first, I just want to, even before answer your question, I want to kind of make one other statement is, first of all, computer industry is not the only industry where you can build a, beautiful career, right? So if you are in civil and you want to actually build career in civil, you are in mechanical, there's a lot of opportunity in mechanical as well. So do not think that the computer is the only way to go just because, I'm coming from that industry. Definitely do what you feel you want to do it, right? But I just want to say that there is no constraint in terms of what you have done as an academic to define what you want to do it in your life. Okay. Now, to answer your question, in terms of people who is from computer or people who's not even from computer, if they wants to learn, what are the various platforms, first of all, I would say, as an individual, a lot of time we have a hesitation in terms of asking people, right? Asking people whom we know, asking people who's virtually available to us. So interact with the people irrespective of that you know them personally or you don't know them personally, right? Because the best way of knowing, it can't be one person, because when I come and talk to you, I'll probably share where my expertise is, or I'll share my own limited experiences, right? But so I would say definitely you hear what I'm saying, but you open to hear everyone, irrespective of they are a lot more experience than me or lesser experience than me. It does not matter. Hear to the people what they are saying, and try to find out for your interest, what are the resources available. And obviously the first step you want to do it, go and do a Google, right? Now, if you are going to the Salesforce, I would say Salesforce has a complete platform, which is called Trailhead, right? And you can register, anybody can register on the Trailhead, and you can learn free of, without any charges. And if you are doing something interesting over there, you are actually demonstrating good results, rather than, paying, you are going to get gifts, you are going to get goodies, from Salesforce. So that's an amazing platform. That's an amazing strategy, Salesforce has to kind of teach to the people. So I would say, similarly, Oracle has its own platform to kind of learn. Every technology is kind of now, building this open platform where people can go and learn. So go to Quora, try to find out what you are looking for. But I would just say, like, be open, talk to the people. and do not judge, in terms of like, he may not know anything because he's just an year experience, or is even junior in my college, right? Because your junior might be doing something which you don't even know, right? So
Right.
talk to the people, talk to the faculty, talk to the people from the industry, go learn videos. YouTube is so much, information and content is available. But invest your time, effectively. Resources are, I think, in today's time, you have no restriction or resources, right?
Right.
Resources are available everywhere.
Definitely, sir, because your guidance and your motivational word, it is going to change, and it can make a career of anyone, sir. Because whatever input you have given, you have just given through the experience what you have. And if somebody want to make career in the field of IT, your learning and your guidance definitely is going to help them. So it was really a great interaction, sir. And we always get guidance from you, but I thought, why not our audience? So almost all are the students.
Yes, and anybody, I'll be happy to kind of, answer anyone who's seeing this video if they have any questions with my capabilities. And if I don't have an answer, don't worry, I have at least Connect who can give you an answer to your question, and I'll kind of try to connect with you, those people. So you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, Vinod Birla, on LinkedIn.
Right, sir. So with this, we are going to end this interaction, and the interaction will be end with one last question, sir. Normally, I have got many queries from the student from all over country. That students are asking, sir, in many companies, good IT MNCs or any company, they have the percentage criteria that is 60% throughout. I have a very good knowledge, but I have a less percentage in 10th and 12th. So I cannot sit for whether it is TCS, Wipro, Infosys, or any companies. Any good companies, almost they have the minimum benchmarks. So is it really true that only the 60% plus candidate has the capability? So what kind of inputs you want to give to them? Because that is definitely the query came from them. And second, your final remark to all the students, your final motivational word to the student who is pursuing their career in the field of anything in the field of professional journey. So your inputs and your motivational word for them.
I would say definitely it is important, right? And why it is so important, that means it demonstrates that you have sharp focus in your entire academic, like not just 1 year.
Consistency.
Like, no, yeah, there's a consistency, right? So it's definitely important. But what if I don't have, right? So I would say what you don't have is your past, right? So let's not put yourself, in a constraint that because I don't have, I can't do anything, right? You change your future, you change your present. That means your past becomes so negligible, right? You may not get entry because they have a criteria, which is fair enough. That's okay, right? But how you can change your present is you invest so much effort with a double intensity, with the consistency now that you demonstrate. You may not go for those 5 or 10 or 20, company because they have a criteria, but you build such a super, fantabulous career in terms of the other organization, right? Build something innovative, right? You have heard like a lot of small kids are becoming an entrepreneur, they are building their own companies, right? So I would say important, no doubt about it, don't neglect it. But if you are not getting because of any reason, don't feel demotivated. Life doesn't end over there. Take the charge now, do something drastically different. And trust me, not now because your colleagues passing out, but after 5 years of experience, the same company will grab you, okay? And whatever is your dream company. So there is no end. Yeah, everything is important in terms of how much academic score you had in 10th, or not just even maybe sometimes in 5 to 10. But never is late, right? You just start from where you realize that I want to do things differently.
Very nice, very nice. I think it was a great interaction, and we enjoyed a lot. I think the audience will also enjoy the session, and they will also have some learning out of it. And with this, thank you for your time, sir. It was nice talking to you.
Same here, and thanks for giving this opportunity, to kind of interact not just with you, but why are you interacting with so many people, And as I mentioned, like I'm open for any questions anyone has. So
Yes.
feel free to post your questions once
Yes,
this
yes.
video has been posted, right? And I'll be happy to answer. You can reach out to me on Twitter as well as on LinkedIn.
Right. And you can post whatever queries you have in the comment box. I'll definitely try to resolve with the help of Vinod Birla sir. And he'll also be there to help you regarding any kind of queries or the comment we will receive. And with this, thanks a lot. Thank you. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.